Hello, my dear friends. Welcome to the DLD Europe Power Lunch. Our focus is, of course, Europe. And I want to offer you an amazing menu, a menu for the good of Europe. We have to load Europe with an optimistic and courageous, a productive, innovative view. What are you adding for Europe? We are adding at this lunch a wonderful menu with amazing speakers who all are convinced that Europe needs a new vision. Our continent has so much to offer, such a diversity of talent, culture, and borderless creativity. We can only lose if we don't harvest this enormous potential. The game is not over, it's only just beginning, and this week we'll show you why. Please stay tuned and remember that every day of the week we have another lunch. Aura Sala is head of the EU affairs of Facebook. She's passionate about the future of Finland, Europe and the world. Before joining Facebook, Aura was working in the European Commission as a foreign policy and communication advisor in the European Political Strategy Center, ESPC. We have asked Aura to join our DLD lunch break because her goal is to work for a better EU, for a stronger EU, and build a cool, strong Europe for everyone.
Hello everyone, my name is Aura Salla and I'm leading the EU affairs work for Facebook here in Brussels. I want to thank DLD and Perda Media for giving us this opportunity to share some of the surveys we made during the pandemic this far and also some of our responses for this global pandemic. We learned from very early on that this is not only a health emergency, this is also an economic crisis. We teamed up with national healthcare organizations and authorities and also with international organizations like with the European Commission to help them to spread facts and right information on COVID-19. We also made it very clear that there is no room on our platforms to spread any misleading or disinformation what comes to COVID-19. We are publishing every month a report with the World Bank and with the OECD concerning small and medium-sized businesses and how they are trying to survive through this pandemic. Because as we know in the EU also, most of the new jobs are created in small and medium-sized companies. And that's why we wanted to make sure that we are doing our utmost to try to help these companies to survive these particular times. We learned that out of 30,000 SMEs, quarter of them needed to close their business from January until May. And also, of course, they could not do their business during these months. Even this summer, they have struggled. We have been trying to provide with our platform for them an innovative and new ways to do their business online and on our platforms. We helped them to giving them some credits and enabling gift cards, so you could actually buy a gift card for your shops or your restaurants, cafeterias, what you normally use. Entrepreneurs seem to be optimistic. Because particularly these small companies, they want to be flexible, they want to adapt to these new times we are living, and also adapting new ways of working and doing their business. And online platforms are a perfect place to do that. Also because we want to be more sustainable, we want to adapt new mindset of circular economy, and that's where our technologies can enable these new ways of consuming, doing our business, and also, of course, socializing, because we realize how difficult it has been for many of us spending a lot of time by ourselves and not actually physically meeting people. We wanted to learn more. So actually we commissioned the study by Copenhagen Economics, and we surveyed over 7,700 companies and industries in 15 countries. And we learned that approximately 25 million businesses, SMEs, in Europe use our platforms, meaning Facebook, Instagram, Messenger, WhatsApp, to reach out to their customers and sell their products. So here our apps actually help a lot of businesses already, and we could see that in 2019 this correspond estimated 208 billion euros money for our continent, which is a remarkable sum. And also, if we are using economic modeling techniques to calculate, we could see that this created approximately over 3 million jobs in the EU. So I must say that jobs should be, and job creation should be, in the heart of this thinking our recovery, and our company is also here to help. We also launched our Facebook shops this summer, and also we created Business Resource Hub for businesses, small and big businesses, to help get training, advices and information. For example, what is the health situation in the EU? For us, freedom of expressing ourselves and freedom of internet is very important. We recognize that there is a need for regulation for companies like Facebook, but we think that it should be done by democratic decision makers. So that's why we are also partnering up and talking and engaging with the policymakers in the EU level as well as in the national level, to finding a best solutions to secure our free internet. Because for us it's important that our people on our platforms and also businesses can use these possibilities that they have, advertising, doing their business with a small amount of money, and not only spending a huge amount of cash trying to get themselves heard and also survive and bring their business to the next level when we are facing now, hopefully soon, sustainable economic recovery phase after this pandemic. So my message today is that we are here for free internet. We are here to help small and medium-sized businesses and enabling a freedom of expression to people on our platforms. We want to also engage with you. We want to engage with policymakers and people all around the world. So we are here to listen.
Andreas Liebl is Managing Director at Unternehmertum. He is responsible for the AppliedAI initiative. It is one of the largest initiatives in Europe in the field of applied AI. Recently, he became also part of an expert team around Europe's global partnership on artificial intelligence, a worldwide initiative to foster the responsible handling of AI development and appliance. We have asked our good friend Andreas Liebl to join the DLD Europe lunch break to give his view on artificial intelligence and the many opportunities, also the challenges we have to face with this new technology.
Dear DLD community, a warm welcome from my side. My name is Andreas Liebl. I'm one of the managing directors of Unternehmertum. I'm also the head of the AppliedAI initiative here in Munich in Germany. And Steffi, thank you for having me at this DLD lunch series. So you asked me, what are you adding for Europe? And we heard a lot about what we could add to Europe in the last talks in this series. So we heard about purpose-driven innovation, we heard about global leadership to innovation, about digital supremacy or digital sovereignty, we heard about the climate change activities that are going on. We heard about ultimately about freedom, about democracy. So what are we adding here at Unternehmertum? We are one of the hotspots for innovation, for entrepreneurship in Europe. We educate around 5,000 people. We build around 300 tech projects per year, and out of those, about 50 startups evolve per year. The startups last year received about 1 billion euros in funding, which is, from a European perspective, already quite a significant amount. So, but what this means on a global level is that we actually still not at a global leadership position. We are adding to purpose-driven innovation. That's also our mission. Our mission is to build tech businesses together to change the world we want to live in. So it means not only we, but also in a European ecosystem. But we are still a bit further away from global leadership in innovation. And for that, we created an initiative called AppliedAI initiative in the last couple of years, where we use artificial intelligence as a core technology to drive innovation through that. And the target is to really accelerate the adoption of AI across Europe. We do this not only here, we do this with quite a few partners across Europe in a European AppliedAI alliance with several countries being involved. And what this means, artificial intelligence and the impact of artificial intelligence is actually you can use it for both sides. You can use it for deepfakes, you can use it for face recognition, for recommendations that drive in ever more extreme opinions on kind of videos and texts. But you can also, there's also risk of having biases in the way of how you use AI, gender biases, racial biases. So there's a lot of potential risk out there of using this technology. On the other hand, you can also use it to fight climate change. You can use it to fight the corona crisis, and we saw a lot of very good examples in the past couple of months of the application of AI. You can also use it for identifying cancer, for any industrial settings where you save energy, and so on and so on. So it's actually up to us of how we use this technology, and that means that it's even more important to add something that is based on our values in Europe, because it's up to us. We need to act. We need to decide of how we can use this technology. And what I want to do is actually to build a world in not only I would like to live in, but also my children want to live in. And that means that we need to get active, that we actually build a purpose-driven AI applications in Europe that actually count. We need to get back our right to play on this field, on this global AI race, which some call it. If you look at China, if you look at the US, what's happening there, I think there's quite a way to go for Europe. The European Commission actually announced this white paper on AI with an ecosystem of trust and an ecosystem of excellence. What I want to add personally is to build a vision around that, to have also not only a risk-based perspective on AI, but an opportunity-based perspective on AI, because we need and can decide of how we use this technology. So think for yourself, what if we are not adding to this race? What if this innovation happens outside of Europe, in the US, in China only, and what would this mean for us, for our culture, for our value system here in Europe? With that thought, I want to leave you with your lunch, and I wish you all the best for the rest of the day. And thanks again, Steffi, for having me here, for having this talk in front of the DLD community. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for being our guest. See you tomorrow.